Ectomorphs are people who are naturally slender, with a thin frame and a light body build. They tend to have a hard time putting on muscle mass, but they also have an advantage when it comes to endurance and agility. Ectomorphs generally have a light build, with a small frame and a delicate bone structure. They have little body fat and are naturally lean. They have a fast metabolism, which can make it hard to gain weight. Ectomorphs are generally related to a person's genetics. A person's genetics can play a role in determining their body type, including their frame size, bone structure, and muscle mass. In some cases, a person's lifestyle can also influence their body type, such as their diet and exercise habits. Ectomorphs have trouble gaining muscle mass, but they have an advantage when it comes to speed and agility. They are naturally light and have a low body fat percentage, which makes them more agile and able to move quickly. Ectomorphs also tend to have a higher aerobic capacity, which makes them better suited for endurance activities. They can often run for longer periods of time without getting exhausted. The main disadvantage of being an ectomorph is that they may find it harder to build muscle. They may need to focus on weight training to help them build muscle mass. Ectomorphs also tend to have a high risk of injury, as their light frame may not be able to handle the same physical stresses as other body types. For ectomorphs, gaining muscle mass can be a problem. To build muscle, ectomorphs should focus on strength training and a healthy diet. Strength training should focus on compound exercises, such as squats and presses, which affect several muscle groups at once. By the way, there are also videos on the channel about these exercises. In addition, ectomorphs should focus on progressive overload, gradually increasing the weight lifted. In the description, I will leave an approximate training program for a week to gain muscle mass. A healthy diet is also important for gaining muscle mass. It should include a balance of proteins, carbohydrates, and healthy fats. It is also important to consume enough calories, as this will provide the energy needed for exercise. In addition, you need to drink plenty of water and get enough sleep to maintain muscle growth. Ectomorphs should avoid processed and refined foods, as these often contain high amounts of added sugar and unhealthy fats. Foods such as candy, chips, and sugary drinks should be avoided. Additionally, ectomorphs should avoid fried foods, as these are high in unhealthy fats. It is also important to limit consumption of alcohol, as this can interfere with muscle growth. Caffeine should also be limited, as this can interfere with sleep quality. Overall, ectomorphs should focus on eating a balanced diet that includes lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, and healthy fats. Eating a variety of fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins will help to ensure that all the essential nutrients are consumed. It is difficult to give a specific number of grams of GIW glycemic index weight to eat, as this will depend on a person's individual goals and needs. Generally speaking, a person looking to gain muscle mass should focus on consuming carbohydrates with a low to medium glycemic index. This could include foods such as oats, quinoa, sweet potatoes, and legumes. The amount of GIW to consume will depend on the individual's calorie needs and goals. It is best to consult a nutritionist or dietitian to determine the best amount of GIW to consume. Sports supplements can be beneficial for ectomorphs looking to gain muscle mass. Protein powders, such as whey or casein, can help to increase protein intake and support muscle growth. Creatine is another supplement that can help to increase strength and power. Branched-chain amino acids can also help to support muscle growth and recovery. It is important to note that supplements should be used in addition to a healthy diet, not as a replacement. Supplements should also be used with caution, as they can have potential side effects. Consulting a doctor or nutritionist is recommended before taking any supplements. Overall, ectomorphs have both advantages and disadvantages. They are naturally light and agile, making them well suited for endurance activities. However, they may struggle to gain muscle mass and may be more prone to injury. I recommend that you watch the other videos on my channel. Thank you for watching. Happiness and good luck. All the love.